Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to your first social emotional lesson with Mrs. Rutten through our distance learning. I miss you all very much, and I hope you're all staying safe and healthy and doing a good job taking care of yourself during this time. I know it can maybe feel a little uncomfortable. It can be difficult to learn in this new environment since we're not at school and with our teachers. We're trying to kind of learn on our own, and it can be really tricky, but you're doing great, and I want you to reach out to me or your teacher if you ever need any help, okay? So our topic today is how to stay organized during distance learning. So my first question for you is, what are you already doing to stay organized? Go ahead and think about that for a bit. Hmm. All right. Now that you've thought about that, some things that maybe you're thinking are you've been checking your Google Classroom or your Seesaw every day to see what things your teachers are posting, so that you know what you need to be learning that day. That's one way that maybe you're staying organized right now. And I'm going to give you a few more tips. All right. So, what we will learn. You will be able to identify the 4 steps to staying organized during distance learning. And we will also view a planner for staying organized during distance learning. All right, so the 4 steps for distance learning include 1, creating a space to learn. 2, develop a plan. 3, take breaks. And 4, use your resources. So we will go over all of these steps in more detail throughout our lesson. All right, so creating a space to learn. What does that look like? I created my own emoji you'll see here on this slide, or Bitmoji I think it's called, so that you can kind of see what I do maybe to create a space to learn. So this Bitmoji has me on a nice comfortable beanbag. It looks like there's not any distractions around me. I have my book to read. I have something to drink, but not a full snack because I'll snack during my breaks. So you can ask yourself the questions listed. Is it quiet and free of distractions? So I want my space to be somewhere where I don't have my siblings running around, or where there's not a bunch of movement going on around me. And I want to make sure if I have a cell phone, I turn that off. I'm not watching TV at the same time I'm learning. Those are some ways that I can make sure that my environment is free of distractions. It might not always be possible to have a quiet environment because sometimes we're sharing our room with our sibling, or we're in a smaller space where we can't really have our own quiet space. So maybe use some headphones that could help eliminate distractions and make sure that you're staying focused on the material that your teacher gives you. All right, the next question I have here is, do I have all my materials? So when you find and create a space to learn, you want to make sure that you bring all your materials with you. So in my space to learn, in my Bitmoji there, you'll see it. I have my book and my drink. So maybe you'll want a water while you're sitting there learning. So the other question is, am I comfortable? You'll see in that emoji, I'm comfortable. I have my book. I have something to drink. So maybe you'll want to have a water next to you. But I'm not in my bed. I wouldn't recommend being in your bed, because what do we think of when we're in our bed? Or what do we want to do when we're in our bed? Yes, you're right. We want to sleep. And while we're learning, being tired won't help us learn, and it'll inhibit us from learning the new skills that our teacher is trying to teach us. So find a comfortable space. Maybe if you have a desk in your house, that would be great. If there's a table, or create a comfortable space on the floor for yourself to learn. All right. Step 2, develop a plan. So we are going to take a look at a planner that I have created, and you will be able to take a look at so that you can stay organized. All right, so we want to follow a plan to stay organized and manage our time. So I will click on this here, and it will ask me make a copy. So I will send you a link, or you'll see a link included in this video. And when you click on that link, you can click make a copy. And once you make a copy, it will show you this distance learning planner. So now you'll have your own copy of your distance learning planner. And this is a great way to stay organized and be able to get ready for your day. So step 1 might be setting an alarm, making sure that you get up on time so that you can be in your class on time, or your Zoom video, or just get your work done right away so that you can do other fun stuff afterwards. So it starts by asking, let's see. So how am I feeling today? So you can take a look at this, and maybe you will want to bold the one that fits how you're feeling today, or maybe you'll circle it with some sort of editing tool, however you want to use it, because this is your tool to stay organized. The next question is, was I ready on time? So if you have a Zoom meeting with your teacher, make sure you're prepared and you have all your materials and you're on time for that meeting so you don't miss any important details. The next question is, did I listen to my teacher's lesson? So you could circle, yes, I listened to my teacher's lesson, or maybe it was hard to stay focused, so you got distracted and were playing with your dog, or not really paying attention to the lesson, so you missed some of the material. Then you'd circle no. If you participated in the lesson, maybe the teacher had some questions for the class to talk about, you could circle yes or no there. And then, did I finish my assignments? So if I didn't finish my assignments, you can just circle no. Or you can go ahead and finish it and then circle yes. And then you'll also see down at the bottom here of this page, you have homework I need to finish. So you can write, if you need to finish an assignment, you can write it at the bottom here and write when it's due so that you don't forget. All right, so then the next questions here, you can erase those. We don't need to worry about that. But the next ones are, did I try my best? And I want you to give yourself an extra bonus yes if you read an extra story, because that's always a great way to learn, even if it's not something your teacher asks you to do. So you can click on this and see like a little Bitmoji of Mrs. Rutten if you only got a 1 for that day, because you can total up all your yeses. And if you got a 6, there's some other awesome, or another surprise there. All right, so that is your distance learning planner, and you will see more for each week. You'll see more below. So go ahead and check that out and use that to stay organized this week. Okay? All right, boys and girls. So the third step we are going to talk about is taking breaks. Taking breaks is important so that you can re-energize and stay focused throughout your lesson while you're listening to your teacher. So I've listed some ways that you can take a break, but maybe you have some other ideas. So one way that you'll see on the PowerPoint is you can color, you can listen to music, maybe you'll listen to your favorite song. You can eat a snack, because when we're feeling hungry, we can't always learn so well. So we'll want to eat a healthy snack, maybe an apple or some almonds or another snack that maybe a parent has for us around the house. You could do some yoga to take a break. You could write in your journal, or even just on a piece of paper. You can just kind of write some things down about how you're doing that day. And you can also, maybe another way I listed is read a book. These aren't the only ways to take a break, but these are some of the great ways you can take a break. And I recommend that while you take a break, set a timer. So maybe if it's a snack, maybe you'll set like a 15-minute timer so that you know that when the timer goes off, you have to head back and do your work again. I wouldn't do this, it wouldn't be appropriate to do this in the middle of your teacher teaching a lesson unless she asks you to, but just while you're doing some of the distance learning on your own. All right, so our fourth way of staying organized is to use our resources. So what does this mean? So when we use our resources, we are asking for help, we're advocating for ourselves. In some of our second step lessons, we might have learned it as being assertive. So we want to politely ask for help when we need something for learning or have a question. So you can ask your teacher, you can reach out to your school counselor, your classmates, or maybe your parent or guardian, whoever is in the house with you. So that's how you can use your resources. All right, so today we learned the 4 steps to staying organized during distance learning, and you got to make a copy of the planner for staying organized during distance learning. And if you didn't take the time to make that copy, go ahead and you can do that after this presentation so that you have your own copy to stay organized. All right, so that is all I have for you today. Feel free to text, call me. I have a Google number listed there, 858-634-9930. You can tell me if you liked the presentation, maybe some things that you'd like to learn about next time, or you can also email me. And it looks like it's missing the T there, so it's erutten@sandy.net. Okay? Hope to talk to you soon, and I will see you later. Have a great day.